Last week I was driving on the motorway, and as I came off the motorway and started doing 30 mile an hour, I heard this strange noise coming from my car. It was a really bad noise, if I'm honest with you, like a sort of whirling, grating noise. As I neared home, though, the noise stopped. Then on Sunday, I was going for an errand, and as I said, set off in the car, and it was making a huge grating noise, and it seemed to stop when I stopped, so I knew it was something to do with the wheels, the brakes. So rewind a year ago, when I took my car in for its test, the mechanic said you might need to take a look at the brakes in the future. So fast forward now to about 4 months ago, when I was driving along in the car and I heard a sort of squeaky sound as I braked. And then a couple of weeks ago, when I was releasing the handbrake, the car wouldn't move, it was stuck. So there were signs, weren't there? There were signs something wasn't right, and I left it. And on my MOT is due in February, March time, and I thought, well, I'll wait until then. But on Sunday, when it was making that awful grating sound, I knew I had to take it into the garage. And I took it into the garage, and £350 later, with a new brake pads, brake discs, and a new caliper, which had basically seized onto the actual brake disc. So it was pretty bad, in a pretty bad state. And I suppose if I'd acted sooner, maybe it wouldn't have been as bad. Maybe it could have saved the life of that dear caliper, who knows. But it got me thinking really about lots of other things in life. Well, you see signs, don't you? You see signs that something isn't really right. This could be a failing marriage, maybe, where the signs are you just don't really care about each other anymore. In reality, you don't get on, you argue more, and then all of a sudden, an explosion. One of you cheats on the other one, maybe. Or maybe you just realise that you can't carry on in this relationship. Other aspects of this could be your job. Maybe you've been seeing signs that how you just don't want to get up in the morning to face that work. Sunday nights or the Sunday night equivalent, where you're just dreading getting up the next day, where you feel like you're going through the motions, or you're quiet quitting, and then all of a sudden you're faced with stress or anxiety and you just can't go in. You go to the doctors because the pressure is too much, and there it is, it's hit you. But the signs were there early, weren't they? Us men are a bit stubborn at times, and we can see signs of ill health, can't we? And we leave it sometimes. Some of us don't. We go and see the doctor straight away, but a lot of us don't. They think, oh, it'll be all right. I'll be right. it might clear itself, whatever this is. And you get signs, don't you? There are signs, and you need to look at these for your health. Early warning signs of various things. We all know what I'm talking about, don't we? Yeah. And I had an early sign of something like that this year, and it was anyway, it turned out to be okay. Everything was fine. I had a prostate test, which is, I don't recommend it, but it's something you have to do as a bloke. And the same applies to women as well, with various signs. You've got to see the signs of things that are going on. They're a bit like an oncoming storm, a rumble of thunder, a coldness, a sudden drop. You know, we see those signs and we have to take note, be it the marriage, job, health, and many other things. Perhaps you can think of other things as well, and you might maybe want to let me know in your comments. Maybe you want to tell me about any time where you've ignored these signs and it's not helped. But sometimes it's hard, isn't it? Sometimes it's hard to accept those early signs. We all have a normality. We all want to have a normal life, don't we? We like to get up in the morning, we like to do whatever we do, and we go to bed at night. We want things to be easy, same, generally. And when something comes that might send you out of the norm, then it's scary. It's quite scary. But anyway, that's the video for today, this week. Hope you're all well, and maybe see you again on another one. Thank you. Bye bye now.